I'm going to go over the assignments for the week of November 9th through November 13th. This week, we're going to be focused on learning about the different layers of the atmosphere. And when you come onto your Google Classroom page, you will see the top thing, which I've posted in this topic, is going to be this video. So it's not there yet. But then you'll see you'll have 3 assignments here. The first one is called Preview, Predict, Review. So this assignment, the first part of it is to just get a little preview of what we're going to be learning this week. So you're going to read the preview paragraph, and then you're going to fill out these 3 boxes for to make predictions about what you think you're going to be learning this week. So what you know about the layers just from reading this little bit, what other topics could we connect to this study, and then questions. So you're going to fill that out, and then you're going to leave this assignment alone for a few days. So because you can't really complete the review portion of this page until you've learned about the layers of the atmosphere. So what you'll do then is you'll come on to the reading passage and guided notes. And when you open this, you're going to see that there are a lot of attachments. And the reason for that is because there are a lot of different ways for you to read this information. There are actually 5 different ways. I wanted to give you some choice in how you read the information. So the first option is just text only, just reading a PDF, just words, no pictures. The next option is picture supports. So there's text and then there are some small pictures. The third option is a full-on picture book, so the pictures are a lot larger. And then we have 2 read aloud options. There's a read aloud of just the text, and then there's a read aloud of the picture book. So if you're having a hard time with a lot of the new and complex vocabulary words and sounding them out, you might try and read it yourself first, and then come back and follow along with one of these read alouds. There's also some vocabulary cards, so all of the new and maybe challenging words for this week's unit can be found in these vocabulary cards. So if there's a word you don't know, open up the vocabulary cards and find it. It's kind of like a little mini dictionary for the unit. Finally, after you've read, or actually while you're reading, there's this guided notes. This is the assignment portion of this here, which you're going to be completing, which you're going to turn in. So as you read, you fill out these guided notes. So you're going to have to mark up your copy of this PDF. You can type on it, or you can use your Logitech crayon. But so you're going to go through the different layers of the atmosphere, give their distances, where they start, and then how far above the earth they are, and then a couple of interesting facts. And then there's some more information for you to fill out here. Give 3 reasons why the troposphere is thicker at the equator than at the poles. So I would recommend looking through the guided notes before you begin reading, so you're kind of thinking about some of the information that you need to be looking for. Or maybe you want to read the whole thing first and then come back and go back through and fill out your guided notes. That might be a good thing to do. Don't just try and rush through it, because you are responsible for learning the information in this reading passage. Once you've finished the reading passage and the guided notes, then you can come back up here to preview, predict, review, and actually fill out the review portion of this PDF. So you can come down here, add what you learned and some more information there, and you can submit that assignment. So you have these 2 just classwork assignments for the week. And then kind of the big project that goes along with this is for you to actually create a model of the layers of the atmosphere. So a model could be a 2D model, it could be a drawing, which would probably be the easiest way to go, or you could try and create something that's 3D, or you could try and use a computer program like Scratch to build an interactive model. Really, the sky's the limit, and the choice is up to you on how you want to do that. I have created a rubric that will show you how this will be graded. You need to make sure you have every layer of the atmosphere in there and labeled, and at least one picture that kind of represents something about that layer of the atmosphere. Now, if you want to get 100, if you want to get an A on this assignment, you need to really exceed expectations. If I'm asking you for a stack of pancakes with butter and syrup, getting an A would be adding some extra toppings to that. So I'm looking for you to show me that you deeply understand this content knowledge. You've maybe even watched some additional videos about this topic and gone over what I've asked you to learn, that you've created a detailed and creative model, not just some basic just diagram, just not colored, just very big. I'm looking for something creative and detailed. You've included vocabulary words, so not only have you labeled the 5 layers of the atmosphere, because that's required, but you've added some other words in there from the vocabulary cards. And there are quite a few that you could look through and choose from that I think would probably be pretty easy to add onto your diagram. For example, if you put the International Space Station in your diagram, you could label that. And then the final category is clarity. I'm looking for your models to be neat and well organized. So that's the rubric. That's how you'll be graded. I did also include a PDF of that has some really cool videos, extra videos that you could help to learn some more about these different layers if you're really into it and you want to make sure your model goes above and beyond. But that's really the week in a nutshell. That's everything I'm asking you to do. The model is not due until next Sunday, November 15th, in case people need the weekend to kind of finish up anything on that. But we should have a good amount of class time. This is really all we're going to be working on in class for this week. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. I'm excited to see what you come up with.